So in the last session, we talked about the generics, okay, and the common type parameter we have seen, how the generics is used in the class, methods, okay, all those things we have seen. And then, yes, collection framework. We have a collection framework like list, set, map, okay, queue. In that, we talked about the array list, right? So we talked about the array list so far, right? So we talked about the generics, generic types, collection framework, and the array list. So that is what we have seen so far. So now we are going to the next one, that is the linked list. Okay, so what is a linked list? Oh, God, 1 second. The sample. So let me create one file. So today, let's talk about the linked list. Okay, so coming over here to the linked list. What is linked list? So basically, how do they work? Okay, let's talk about this. So coming to the linked list, if you see, it is a part of your Java collection framework and it implements the list and DQ. Okay, it implements the list and DQ interfaces. So it is designed to efficiently add and remove the elements. But coming over here, adding and removing elements, it will be fast. Okay, it will be fast, but it is slow in search. Okay, search performance, search the elements. If you see, that performance will be very slow when compared to the array list. Now, how does this linked list work internally? So last class itself, I said you how it works. It will have a node. In that node, you'll be having a data and a reference to the next node, right? So add and search will be easy, whereas, add and remove will be easy, whereas search will be, it will take some, it will be very slow when compared. So we have seen how we can add the elements, how we can remove the elements, right? So now let's see how we can write it. Okay. So now let's write a program for this linked list. So coming over here, let's say I'm going to say linked list. So coming over here to the linked list, again, it will come with the Java util pack. Okay, Java util. Again, you can see the generic. What kind of a data you want, you have to mention. So let me say string. Okay, then I'm going to say list equal to new linked list. That's it. Now we can add the elements. Simply you can say list dot, you can see the methods. So you can go ahead and say, you can say apple list dot add banana list dot add, you can say mango list dot add grapes. So like this, you can go ahead and add. Now coming over here, if you want to print, if you want to display, let's see what is happening in the list. Okay, now let's save this, execute it. So for when you say linked list, it is printing the elements. So you can see apple, banana, mango, and grapes. This is your list. Now let's say like I want to add an element. So 0, 1, 2. In my second position, I want to add orange. Let's say like this, list dot add 2, comma, I'm saying the position and I'm saying orange. Now what happens? Let's say like this, we'll print it out. Can you see? In the place of mango, we got orange and the mango is shifted to the next one. Okay, so apple, banana, orange, mango, grapes. Now coming over here, removing the elements. Okay, removing the elements. Let's say like remove. When you say remove, you can go ahead and say remove first to remove the element which is in the first one. If you want to remove the last element, yes, you can say remove last. Okay, list dot remove last you have. You can print and see. Suppose if you wanted to give like remove, if you want to provide the index, yes, you can provide the index. Let's say second. So what will happen? Let's see. What will be the output after performing these things? What will be the output?
It will remove the first, it will remove the last, as well as it will remove 0, 1, 2, second one.
Yeah, what will be the output?
Out, first, last remove, apple and grape, 0, 1, 2. Output will be banana and orange.
Okay, so let's check it out. Can you see? Banana and orange. Okay, so coming over to the linked list, yes, you can access the elements from the beginning and also at the end. Okay, so you can use iterator to iterate the elements also, which we have seen in the and removing the elements at the beginning and end. It is very easy. Now coming over to the searching. Okay, if the element found at the beginning itself, it is good. Okay, otherwise it will take much time. Okay, it will be very slow in order to search the element. Okay, is
Okay.
clear?
Yeah.
Okay, now coming over to the next. Okay, linked list. Then after that, your list is fine. Okay, vector, I'll give it to you so you can check it out. Okay, and get back to me if you have any doubts.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Now I will take you to the set. Okay, I will take you to the set. So what is set? What is a set? Now coming over here, yes, set, okay, yes, it contains an element, but it does not allow the duplicate elements. So it's a part of your Java collection framework and it is used only to store unique elements. Used when you need to store unique values, we can say. Okay, so now coming over here, when you go with the list and linked list, all the things are ordered. But when coming to the set, if you see, it is like unordered. Unordered means it will come in the randomized way. Okay, based on it depends upon the implementation. It allows null values also. Only one null value is allowed in the set. Okay, only one null value is allowed. Okay, now coming over here with the set, if you see, set, okay, we have a hash set, okay, we have hash set and all. So now let's say how we can go ahead and implement it. Okay, now coming over here, okay, let me say public static. Okay, now let's say hash set. Okay, you can see HashSet. Okay, in that if you see, it comes from the Java util pack only. So you can go with the HashSet. Again, you have to specify the type what you want. Okay, then you can go ahead and say new HashSet. Now let's say like set dot add. I'm saying up. Set dot add. So you can see here I'm adding another value of banana. Okay, I'm adding another value of banana. Let me see. Now let's print and see. Can you see? You have apple, mango, pineapple, banana, but not one more apple. And also, if you see, it is not printing in the order how you entered, like your list or linked list. It just print in the unordered way. Okay. All right. So linked list is the unordered one. Okay. And coming over here, it removes the duplicates. You can see apple, we have a duplicate, but it is not getting printed. Is that is clear? Suppose
Yeah.
you wanted to check how many elements are there. Okay. So you can go ahead and say set dot contains. Okay. Set dot contains what you wanted to. Okay. What you wanted to find. So you can say, I want to check apple. That's it. So now if you go ahead and if you see, you will get, see, this is like contains. Contains is like whether it exists or not. Okay. Whether it exists or not. The similar way you have lot of methods over here. Okay. You have lot of methods over here. So now let's say like when you want to say when you wanted to say remove, and if you're giving mango, add we have seen. Now let's see the remove. Okay, again if you see remove, the mango will be removed. See, the mango
Yeah.
is removed,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so like this you can go ahead and perform your key set. So basically when you wanted to have a unique elements, then you can prefer set. Is that is clear?
Hello.
Is that is clear? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you
Hello.
are audible.
Okay. Pavan? Pavan? Pavan, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah. I can hear.
Okay, fine. All right. So this is all about your hash set. Okay. Is it is clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. So now coming over here to the next. Okay. So once again, let me take the syllabus. Okay. So this is all about your set. And coming over here, the next thing, let's talk about the maps. Okay. Let's talk about the maps. So what this map, what exactly this map will do? What exactly this maps will do? So map, if you see in Java, it is a collection where you can store the key value pairs. Okay, where you can store the key value pairs. And now coming over here, list and set, if you see, they will store individual elements only. But coming to the map, if you see, it will take a value for the key also. It will store the unique keys. It will retrieve the values by using the keys. Okay, so now let's see how we can do it. Okay, how we can do it. So for this, I'm going to make use of the hash map. So like a hash map, you have linked the hash map, you have pre-map also. Okay, now coming over to the hash map. Okay, so here we talked about the hash set. So here let's talk about the hash map. Okay, so let me go ahead with this. So map is also very easy, very similar to your list, very similar to your linked list, array list set. Okay, how it is very similar. So you have to say hash map. Okay, you have to say instead of other maps, you have to say hash map. Here you can see KV. Okay, KV. So I said you when we discussed about the elements, I said you the KV I'll be showing it when we discuss about the maps, right? So now we have a KV. K stands for key and V stands for value. So K can be anything. You can say either one and you can say apple. Similar way you can say like hash map. Okay, so let's say like 2 brackets. Hash map 2 comma banana. Now coming over here, can you see create a method of hash map int and the string? Okay, just give me a minute. Someone is at the door and just give me a minute. Sorry. Over here. I'm really very sorry. Okay. Now coming over here, I'm just keep on adding it, right? Hash map KV. So now here what I want to do, I have to add the instance, right? So let's say utility. So K. So now here if you see, I added an integer as a key and here I have added a value as a string. So when comes over here with the hash, you can have a multiple types. It is not that for a key, what data type you are using, the same data type has to be used in the value. It is not like that. Okay, it is not like that. Your key can be a one data type, your value can be a one data type. Now coming over here to the key, let me say integer. And coming to the value, it's a string. So let me say string. That's it. Okay, and let me say this as map equal to new. That's it. Okay, so now let me change it to map dot. We have a functions. We have a function. So now if I want to add any elements to my map, I have to say put. You can see put. What it will do, it will associate the specified value with the key in this map. So what it will do, it will store the elements in the map.put. Similarly, you can, as I said, you map will allow the null values also. Map will allow the null values as well. So if you can go ahead and say like this. Allows one null key. Okay, allows one null key. And coming over here, let me say map.put 3, let me say mango. Okay, now if I say here as a map, what will be the output? I will get it. What will be the output? I will get it. What is the output that I will get it for this particular one? Yes. Pavan, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
So if I say map put integer as a key and value as a string, if I say print of map, what is the result I will get it?
Result will be it will print 3. This apple, banana, mango.
Okay, so it will print 1 by 1. Okay, let's check it out.
It's printing all.
Can you see? Null grapes, 1 apple, 2 banana, 3 equal to mango. Okay, so coming over here, again, your map is also an unordered one. How you are entering, it won't come as it is. Okay, it won't come as it is. Okay, it is unordered one. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, now coming to the next. Okay, coming to the next. Now, if I say, okay, if I say map dot put 3 comma, okay, let's say like here I will say now what will be the answer? Oh, I'm sorry. Now what will be the answer? What will be the answer?
It will print all. It will print this 3 2 times.
Okay, it will print 3 2 times. Okay. Now coming over here, what will happen is you will have blackberry instead of mango. Okay, here
It's overriding.
Exactly. So what will happen is here it will come. Okay, map dot put. Okay, it will go to the hash map. Okay, what it is pointing to, a key. First, it will check whether the key is present over there or not in the map. If the key is not present, it will create the key and it will store the associated value. Suppose if the key is present, then it will replace the existing value with the new value, whatever we have entered. Okay. Now, even after this also, if you say blackberry, if I convert it into like, let's say like orange, and if I run this, first mango will be replaced with blackberry and blackberry will be replaced with orange. Okay. Is that clear? Now, I'm showing you with the normal data types. So what you can do, you can store the what you can say like objects also. Okay, you can store the objects also. Okay, for example, let's say like now here, let me say class as course. And here, let me say string course name. Okay, now coming over here. Course name, obviously, it should be a unique only, right? It should be a unique, a course name should not have a multiple values, right? So I'm going to create a set. For what I'm going to create a set? For this class course I'm going to create, because I want to create an instance for this course class, but that should be a unique. It should not have a duplicates, right? It should not have a duplicates. So what I'm saying, set course, and I'm saying course set equal to new. I can go ahead with the hash set. Okay, this is what? The parent class with the child class. The parent class, child class binding. So now if I showed you with the hash set, right? So directly you will say hash set and the hash set, which means like the child class object creation, right? But coming over here, can you see? The parent class and the child class. So the dynamic binding is also allowed over here. Okay, now coming over here, let me say course. Okay, let me say set dot add. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add the object of this class course. So I'm saying new course, let's say like Java. I'll say Java. Now coming over here, let's say, okay, so what is happening over here? It's saying like remove the argument to match course, create constructor. So what is this? Here we are passing a value. So here we have to create a constructor, right? Constructor we have to create in the name, okay, in the name of your class name itself, right? So let's say like this dot course name equal to name. Okay, now this is assigned. Similarly, you can go ahead. Let me say one. Similarly, you can go ahead and say anything. Okay, so you can say like a spring. You can say like a hibernate. Now, if you want to create a one more set, let's say course set 2. Okay, so I'm just going to add over here SQL, Angular, React, like this. Now I have a set. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this set to my map. Okay, I'm going to add my set to the map. How we can say, let me say, okay, let me say over here, map. Okay, I'm going to say key, I'm going to give us integer. Here I'm going to give a set course. Can you see the second value? I'm just preferring a set of my course class. Okay, then coming over here, I'm going to say like a student courses equal to new. I'm going to say HashMap. Okay, HashMap. Okay, now you can go ahead and say student courses dot put. So first course, let's say course set 1. Similarly, student courses dot put 2 comma course set. Okay, like this. If you want, you can go ahead and you can say like this. Okay, so which means you can add object also. Okay, you can add an object also to the value. Okay, all right. Is this clear? Now, if you want to retrieve, okay, if you want to retrieve the total number of keys, let's say, okay, then you have to say the like map dot. Okay, you can go ahead and you can say map. Okay, what is the name I have given? Student course, right? So let me say student courses dot. Okay, you can see contains size to string get class. Can you see the key set? So you can select the key set over here. Now, if you see, if you go over here, you will get the keys. You will get the keys 2001 and 1001. We have it as a keys. Okay. Similarly, what you can do, you can iterate. I mean, you can get the values also. Okay. You can get the values. Suppose if I wanted to print the element which is in the index 1. So I'll be saying the name of the map dot get, and then you have to provide provide the index value. If I say 1, see what will happen. It will say null. Okay, it will say null. Now coming over here, if you say, okay, if I wanted to say, let's take a 5 or something, okay, let's say, you can say null. Okay, because get key of 5, you don't have it, right? Get key of things, we won't have it. Okay, so you can create an object and you can add it in your collection frameworks also. Not a problem. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so yes. So the next thing which we are going to talk about is exception. Okay, so that is left for this core Java, let's say. Okay, the last topic for the core Java, I'm just going to discuss about the exceptions. Is this clear?
Yeah.
What is exceptions and why do you need exceptions? What is exceptions and why do we need this exception? So what is exception? Suppose, let's say, like, some
Exception is
mistakes we
something
have to
like
have.
when we execute the program, it happens during the execution of the program. Some error comes or some warning, something.
Exactly. An exception, if you see, an unexpected event that disrupts the normal flow of your program. So now Java, it provides a robust mechanism to handle these errors and prevent the crashes. So that is what we call it, like a exception handling. Okay, exception handling. Now, what is an exception? Yes, exception is a runtime error that occurs during the program execution. Okay, that will be occur only during the program execution. Java, it provides a structured way to handle those exceptions. That is what we call it, like a try catch block. Try catch block. So what are the code that wants to prevent from the system crash? Yes, we will be using it in try and then crash. If something crash happens, the code which is in the catch block will get executed. So coming over to the exception, it prevents the program crashes, it improves the debugging, and of course it allows to control the error handling. So we have, okay, let's say, like, we have a compile time exception. So compile time exception means what? The compile time exception means it will be checked by the compiler at the compile time. Okay, compile time. Whether, let's say, like, the file does not exist. Okay, file does not exist. The pattern is not there. Okay, the syntax error. So like this we will say. Okay, now let's see. Okay, how we can go ahead and check this out. We have inbuilt exceptions also. We have a custom exceptions also. Let's see one by one. Is it clear so far?
Sorry.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Now coming to the exception. Okay, I'm just going to have. Now let's say, like, exception will covered with the try catch block. Okay, try catch block. Now coming over to this catch, if you see, okay, so syntax error on token catch finally accepted. So we will also have a finally keyword. Okay, we will also have a finally keyword So what exactly this final will do? Let me tell you. Now coming over to this. Try. Okay, try. Let's say like coming over here, try. We have given, right? Try. So I'm just going to say file equal to new file, let me say. Okay, new file I can say, and I'm going to provide the path. So let me take our day 17 discussion.txt. So this file. Okay, this file. So I'm just asking the file reader to read it. File reader fr equal to new file reader and sending the file. Okay, so now coming over here, let's say like, suppose if it is not happening, it has to throw an error. File not found. Okay, if you wanted to print this, you can print it. Okay, now coming over to the catch, if you see, you have multiple variations. First thing we will say IO exceptions. Okay, now coming over here, you have to pass the parameter. Now here, let's say plus e dot get message. Now, so can you see here, file not found, it says. File not found. Okay, all right, so file not found. The system cannot find the path specified. Okay, so but if it is there, yes, it will definitely fetch and it will give you the result. Okay.
Okay.
All right, similarly, you can have multiple catch statements. Okay, so now let's say like arithmetic expressions, let's say E only.
So
Okay,
this
now,
try and catch will be used together. First we
yeah,
have to.
try and catch. Yes, you can have any number of catch blocks, but try
What
should be.
about the final document?
Final keyword is like, let's say like you're going to the ATM card. Okay, you're going to the ATM card. So you're entering the ATM and you're inserting your card and entering the pins. But if cash comes, you will collect the cash and you will take off the card. But if the cash doesn't come, you have to take the card. So that you have to say, right? So for that, you can use catch. Okay. For that, you can use the catch. Okay. So you can simply say like arithmetic exception A. Okay, so now you can say here, let me say over here, int okay, I'm creating two values and I'm saying value 1 equal to 50. Arithmetic means division should be there. So let's say like result equal to by 50, or let's say like value divided by 0. Okay, can you see here? If anything that is divided by 0, that will be the arithmetic exception. It will come to the result. Okay, it will come to the result. And then you can go ahead and print it out. Okay, let me see that. Printing. Now let's say like int result equal to a into e, multiples of a and b, or let's say like a division e, and let me take the value here as 0. So which means like we have to say value 1 divided by value 2. Okay, so this result I will put it over here. It cannot divide by 0. Okay, it cannot divide by 0, so it will throw an arithmetic exception. Okay, arithmetic exception. So here you can print the same scenario. You can take like, you can say cannot divide by 0. Can you see over here what is the error? Exception. Okay, now still it has an error. Let me check the spelling. Just hold on. Okay, so coming over here, let me hover the mouse pointer. Catch. Okay, I'll remove this and I'll take I over here. Arithmetic. Okay, arithmetic exception. Spelling mistake is there. That's it. Okay, you can see. Okay, now you can see this is divided. Now, if you keep ahead and if you run, where I want to insert here. Now let's go ahead and run this. Okay, so you can see over here, file not found. The first one we can say it was like that. Okay, is that is clear? Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So similarly, we have multiple exceptions. And coming over to the finally block, I said you right in the ATM card, whether you insert the card, but whether amount is coming or not, you will take the card out, right? That is what you can say it in a finally. So finally, the message will be printed even if it is in a success rate or even if it is in a failure state. Okay, this will always be happy. Like let's say like, or let's say something. Okay, this will always be like execute like this. Even if there is an error, okay, even there is an error, it will come and execute it. Okay, it will come and execute. So can you see here? This will always be executed, which is under the final. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yes. So similarly, you can use your custom expressions also. Custom exception means your own name that you have to extend it. Okay, your own name that you have to extend it. So how you can do it? Let's go here. Let's say here, custom exception test. Okay, so now coming over here, I'm going to say class invalid age exception that extends. Okay, that extends exception. Now coming over here, I'm just going to create one method alone, public, or let's say like, okay, invalid age or let's say like let's coming over here. If you see, I'm going to create a custom exception. Custom exception means our own exception. Okay, our own exception. So what you're passing it over here. So let's say super dot message. Okay, like this. Okay, so you can add a function definition for your symptoms. Okay, for your let's say like exceptions. Now let's say how we can make use of it. Public class custom exception. Okay, custom exceptions. Okay, now let's see. All right, so now what we want to do. So here I'm just going to have a static method white, static white. I'm just going to check age, int age. Okay, so here what should happen? Okay, even let's say like if
Why it's giving error on custom exception?
one second, I think I'm like a mistake. Just give me a minute, I'll check it out. Age is less than 80. If age is less than 80, it has to throw our custom errors. Throw new invalid age exception. Okay, now coming over to this. Okay, all right, custom exceptions. You can go ahead. You can see the type, public type of custom exception must be declared in its own file. Okay, in its own file. Okay, so what you have to do? You have to create an object. Okay, all right. So then it will go off. Is that clear?
So how you will do? Can you create it?
Yeah, I'll do the custom exceptions. Okay, so custom exceptions. You can able to understand the flow, right? Okay. Now coming over here, when you say custom exceptions, you have to provide the exception name, extends exception, and you have to provide the method what you wanted. Then I'm going here, custom exceptions, or you can give a custom example also. Whatever name you can give. Okay, here we are making use of the static variable, and if the age is less than 80, so it will throw an error. Okay, it will throw an error. Okay, all right. So it will throw an error. Suppose if it is not 18, then they have to throw an error. I mean, they have to go to, like they are eligible to vote. Okay, eligible to vote, let's say like this. Okay, so now coming over here, we are going to check the age. So try check age. Okay, check age, let's say like 16. Okay, now let's say like catch. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, I'm just going to say got. Okay, now coming over here. Okay, so go ahead and test it. It will be having the, it will be in the form of like, let's say like what message you want, it won't get it out. So you can directly go ahead and say e.get message.
Why we are using e.get message?
Okay, here I want to catch it. Here I will be specifying the type of the exception. So what custom I have over here, it has to specify here, and then provide the variable kind of a thing. So that will fetch the message over here to the string. Is that clear?
But still that custom exception on exam.
Because, okay, that I will show you. Okay, that I will show you. What I can do is I can bring this inside the class. Okay, inside the class. What I do, one second. I take off this static alone. I will put it over here. Yeah. Now can you see? Now can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. Now if you go ahead and if you run it, if any exceptions are there, it will catch and it will go ahead.
What is the output?
Null.
Nothing.
I'm sorry. Okay. So here just saying check each 16. So 16 will come. Okay. 16 will come. Okay. And 16 is less than 18. So what we are saying? Throw new in, exception we are trying to throw. Now coming over here, get message. So it is getting this one. Okay. What you are passing is that will be considered as a message and it will be printed. Is it clear?
What is the get message? Null. Yeah.
Null.
Yeah.
Okay. Now if I say this as 20, then or 22, I will get a message like eligible to vote. But at the same time, if I go ahead and say like this 20,
Then again same.
eligible to
Then you
vote.
put 15. 15.
Can you see? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's it with your core Java. Okay. Collection framework and exception. Please. Yeah.
This file input output handling and JDBC.
That I will comment in the next topic.
Okay. No issue.
Okay. This is 2D. Yeah.
These files I will take in the next class because I am on mobile currently. I'm not on.
No, files I will take it in the next session only. As of
Yeah.
now, we have the exceptions. We have exception and then the linked list, HashSet map. Okay. So with this collection framework and your exceptions is done. File
What
handling.
DQ in this collection framework? Q and DQ.
Okay. You wanted queue also. Okay. So what I do, I'll just explain the queue and file handling in the next session. Okay. All right. So I'll just okay, I'll give these files in the next class then because you are using the phone, right? I don't think so. Take it. Okay. All right. So yes, so that's it for today. So we'll connect back in the next session and we will discuss about the topic that we have to discuss is queue and queue, and then we will say like file handling. Okay. So next class we will connect and we will deal with this.
What about JDBC? It's also part of core Java or advanced Java? JDBC.
JDBC, it's like connecting to the this, right? So that will come with a little advanced only. See, base is like you want to know the structure of the Java input and all those things, the frameworks, little frameworks, exceptions. So all those things. Okay. So coming to the JDBC and all those things, that will be like a little advanced only. Okay. All right. That I will be taking up like the next class. In the upcoming classes only. Okay. By next session, like our, let's say like the core Java will be completed. Okay. Yeah. We'll connect back in the next session. Okay. Thank you. Bye.